Yazzo, what's Gucci? I hate being woke. It's the name of the show, but you already know that. Um, Before I even go into what I want to get into, I just finished watching the Ghostface Raekwon verses, and you see my last video. I said we can't call it verses anymore. It's not what it is. That was a dope ass evening last night with these two dudes, yo. I'm in a very New York state of mind right now. Very. Yeah, that was dope. That wasn't a battle. That was a two bros just loving each other, loving the culture, playing each other's songs, singing each other, rapping each other's songs. They brought out special guests. They was reminiscing. They was bringing up old Wu stories that we probably heard a bunch of times, but they telling it again, gives it a fresh take on it. Damn, man, they killed it. That was dope. That was dope. My man Ghostface came out with a big ass polar bear fur coat. Sheesh, big ass polar bear on his back. I never seen nothing that white before. That shit was pearly white. Then he had the shirt. I think it was a shirt. Had a big NY logo on the front, Yankee logo on the front. I gotta get those things. Yeah, I gotta get that coat and that shirt. That shit was fire. And then he had the Wallabies to match the whole. Now I can't do the Wallabies. I can't. That's a level of flyness that I haven't reached yet. I don't think I'm ever. I can't reach that level. You gotta be a certain. You gotta have a level of confidence that only Ghostface, only Wu-Tang niggas got that kind of confidence rocking with them Wallabies, especially this day and age. Everything else I'm cool with. The Wallies, I'm gonna pass on those, man. Out of respect, of course. That's just too fly for me. It's just too. I'm not worthy. Yeah, I'm not worthy. It's all good though. All good. Definitely a good night though. Salute them niggas. Salute the Wu-Tang Clan. Love them to death. Two very underrated rappers, in my opinion. Don't get enough credit for the work they put in. But I think they was watching my video. Yeah. My last video, I said Method Man and Redman. I want to see them go at it. I had a whole list of verses that I want to see. And guess who's coming out in April? Method Man versus Redman. So, pat myself in the back. Nah, man. I made it happen. Whether they want to admit it or not. It's alright. But, racism, sexual harassment. That's all I'm seeing now. They've turned it into a weapon. They turned it into a weapon. Man, it's not a bullet. You can survive a bullet. They turned this into a damn neutron bomb. Yeah, it kills you, but everything else around you survives. That's what a neutron bomb is. It's a bomb that it kills people, but it leaves the buildings intact. I guess after World War II, they were after they dropped the bombs on Japan and whatnot. They said we don't like this. This is just too much destruction. Like the whole city's pulverized. So they figured out a way to create a bomb where it kills people, but it leaves the buildings intact. If you can even imagine the level of evil and genius at the same time makes together even make something like that. Like how the hell could you even figure out how to kill 50,000 people, but not a single window gets broken? Not a single window gets cracked. There's no rubble and debris in the lobby. Lobby, looks freshly mopped. This looks freshly mopped. The lobby looks great. Paintings on the wall, awesome. But there's 100 dead bodies on the floor. Yo, we got some wicked ass people out there, B. But that's what this new form of racism, sexual harassment. It's a neutron bomb. It just kills you. It kills the target, but everything else around it stays whole, stays good. And that's what they're doing now, man. They're doing this. Oh boy, I just see it. It's just crazy what they're doing. And then look at the moves that these people are making. You could kind of start to see what's happening if you look outside the box. If you start seeing people move funny, they probably been compromised. They probably been threatened or something like that. Jay-Z and Swiss Beats, they just sold their companies out the blue. Out the blue. Thriving companies. These companies weren't struggling. Tidal. What's the champagne he got with Ace of Spades? And the Verses. Swiss Beats got Verses. They just sold them. Out the blue. And look who they sold them to. They sold them to white men. I don't understand that part at all. Like, especially Jay-Z, you supposed to be big black, talk about white people look crazy all the time. And then you turn around and sell your companies to them out the blue. At the same time, T.I. was getting filleted, all these sexual allegation, explosions happening everywhere, cancel culture happening everywhere, and these two can sell their companies in the middle of it. I don't know. That's too much of a coincidence, which I don't believe in anyway. I think everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidences. Lil Wayne in December, he sold his masters. His masters. Now people think it's because he wanted to keep his ass out of jail. I don't think so, because Trump pardoned him. And I'm pretty sure Trump ain't want nothing to do with his masters and all that. He doesn't strike me as that type of person. That is not a Trump move to buy your sell you his masters, and yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You know what the masters are to an artist? That's generational wealth. Rappers, a rapper would literally kill somebody if he could get his masters back. He would do it. I promise you that, because that's just like I said. That's your bread and butter. You don't ever have to worry about money again if you have your masters. Record labels love to keep them. It's very hard to get them back. So if you do get in a position to get your masters back, you ain't just gonna sell them to nobody. Hell no. Especially Lil Wayne. He sold his masters for $100 million, which means that they're worth 10 times that. I know they're worth over $1 billion. You know how many hits that man got? How many albums he put out? So to sell those, can't put a price on freedom, B. Or you can sell your masters or sell your businesses, but you know what I mean. I don't, maybe the weapons, they're using it as a weapon now. Because you can make anything racist, you can make anything into a sexual harassment claim or sexual assault claim. You can. Anything, any situation you can make racist. I'm gonna give you an example. Netflix, right? They want to stop their password sharing. You know what password sharing is? That means one person has the account, a Netflix account, and then they give out their username and password to their family and friends, so then they can use it for free. So one person's paying the $16 a month, while 8 people is just using it for free, or 5, whatever the max is, 5 people. Netflix said, man, that's too much, man. Nope, no more. They're about to ban it. Now, I'm calling that racist. You know why? Because who's going to be most affected by a password ban from Netflix? Black and brown people. We're poor, we're oppressed, and we have things to worry about like systemic racism, police brutality, KKK, white supremacy, social justice reform, reparations, right? So you can't just expect us to be having the $16 a month in our account just to give it to you. We might not have it. That $16 could be the difference between paying you or watching our kids starve. Because we're not being able to put, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it keeps our kids' minds off of systemic racism, police brutality, KKK, social justice reform, white supremacy, reparations. So without that, your mind is just going to be flooded with all these thoughts of inequality and injustice, and it might go out to the streets and join gangs and have babies at a young age and commit, rob people, steal things, just be unproductive members of society and continue the cycle of poverty. So Netflix, if you're listening, if you decide to go through with the password ban, it's because you're an evil, racist company and you hate black and brown people. See it? See how easy that was? I freestyled that. That was just a freestyle. I don't have the budget like the mainstream media has. They can make a Spielberg theatrical event that'll have you literally in tears. Probably you'll be wanting to get you'll be wanting to get Netflix for the first minority family that you see. Yeah, there'll be GoFundMe's for Netflix accounts now. Yeah, you watch. You'll see. There'll be GoFundMe's for Netflix. But that's how you can make anything racist. So you could, if you don't like Netflix, let's say you're powerful, you don't like Netflix, you can just say, you know what? I'm just gonna call you racist, and this is the reason why. And what's Netflix gonna do? Oh, all right, we'll ban it. Just don't cancel it. They got everybody living in fear now. Everybody living in fear. So, people selling their companies. People, if you don't like somebody, this is what you do. You see my boy Deshaun Watson? Jesus Christ, look at that boy. Look what they doing to him. Look what they're doing to him. All because he wants to trade. All because he wants to trade. Now, I'm not, if he did it, yeah, fry him. I'm all for it. Right? I have no patience and no sympathy for anybody who violates women and kids. You deserve to go, where, right? But he's saying, hands down, no truth to it at all. Absolutely not true. They're saying it's true. We don't know who to believe, right? We're just inclined to believe them, the women, of course, because that's the Me Too movement. That's the cancel culture. No matter what, you must believe the woman. But look what they're doing to him. He wanted a trade. He's tired of playing for the Texans. He's a top 5 quarterback, right? Any team he goes to becomes an automatic playoff contender. And depending what team he goes to, becomes a Super Bowl contender. That's how good he is. Texans, man, they looking at it like, we just lost a top 5 receiver last season for pennies. That was the dumbest move I've seen in a long time from any sports organization. Very stupid. They lost the top 5 receiver, so that pissed him off. So they had a losing season this year. I think they made the playoffs. I think. Or they close. I don't know. I don't remember who loses. I just remember who wins. I'm sorry, I'm old school. But I guess they had a decent season. But yeah, whatever. He wants to get traded. He wants out of there. Now, if you watch sports, you notice in the last few years, there's been this trend with star athletes signing big contracts, having a losing season, and demanding a trade. Just like that, the team invested all this money into you, and they'll give you guaranteed money, and you just demand a trade. Like they'll sit out, or they'll become a nuisance on social media. They'll start talking trash about the team and the players and the coaches. They'll do whatever they need to do to get traded, and it's been working. But now I think the owners said, man, they probably made a call. Say, yo, can we use that cancel culture too for us? Oh, we can. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's Deshaun Watson. He wants to get traded. We don't like the way he's handling it, and because it's just too much of a coincidence that sexual allegations just came out against him. Him of all people, him. Right now, in the midst of him trying to get traded, now these allegations come out. 7 women have just come out and said Deshaun Watson is a freak. Yeah, and he's a. If this is true, he's a wild boy. One of them said he wanted her to play with his butthole. What is that? What the hell is that? Why would the man want that in the first place? Why would you want that? Yo, is there a correlation between money and sexual deviance? It just seems the more money you have, the more of a sexual pervert you become. Or you like that before that. I don't know. Money, that's why they say money's the root of all evil. It probably brings out the worst side of you, too. Another one said he forced her to perform oral sex. Like, how does that work? He forced you to, what? What, he had a gun? Like, what was he doing? What did he say? I'm gonna kill your mother, threaten you. I just don't, like, you couldn't scream, or you couldn't, like, run. Did he have you pinned in a room? The door was locked and he had the key. Like, what the hell is this? I don't understand this. I need details, man. Like, I just can't keep believing just words anymore. You gotta have some kind of factual shit for me from now on. Or I'm gonna just joke on you. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think it's right that you could just say things of this nature and have no evidence and just ruin somebody's life like this. Now, if he did it, like I said, yeah, fry him. But you got to have evidence. Because this is $1 million man right here that could possibly lose his whole career over some words. I don't know. But back to the topic, though. Yeah, he's facing sexual assault allegations now. So he's pretty much not getting traded, that's for sure. Who's taking him now? Who is going to take him? Nobody. Everybody's still scared of, especially sports. They're scared of everything now. They're scared of Black Lives Matter. They're scared of Me Too. They're scared of the LGBT community. They just terrified. Rich, powerful white men scared of these people. So nobody's gonna take him. So he's basically stuck with the Texans. That's even if they're gonna keep him. And if they do keep him, you don't even have leverage anymore to even negotiate a contract. Even like, nigga, you stuck. Nigga, we ain't gotta give you shit. We can just cut you and then file a grievance and get all the money back because you violated the terms of the contract with your behavior. It's insane. But what they did though, they put all these athletes on notice. Trust me, you're not gonna hear any more players demanding trades. You're not going to hear any more players bashing their teams on social media. You're not going to hear nobody talking shit about playing time. None of that. Because now they showing you what they going to do. Yeah, what they're willing to do. I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. That's just my belief. That's how my mind works. My mind is part facts, conspiracy theory, sci-fi, and logic. Common sense. All mixed into one. That's how I could be able to create these scenarios I come up with. Because this to me just looks like movies now. It's like a big giant movie I'm watching. I done seen this 1,000 times, so I know how it plays out. Which, yeah, that's the new game now. Weaponizing racism, sexual harassment. Sexual harassment, that's easy. That's easy. You could get anybody. Woo! Anybody. Any man on this planet could fall victim to this. Very easy. And they going back far. There was a Teen Vogue, the magazine, the editor. She's a 27-year-old woman, right? A woman of color. And she's supposed to be the new editor of Teen Vogue magazine, right? She's supposed to start next week. But she had to give the position, pass on the position because of racist tweets, anti-Asian tweets, and gay slurs she made on Twitter. Guess when she made these remarks? When she was in high school. High school. That's how far back they going now. They might even start going back further. You might have said some shit in the 4th grade. They might pull up and ban and cancel you for that. But yeah, high school, because I guess at 15, 16, you got it all figured out. Yeah, you know everything at 15, 16. You know what you were doing. Yeah. So it's very easy, especially for like sexual harassment. Like any man can fall victim to that. So my advice, one, first and foremost, if you ain't do it, don't cancel yourself out. Don't resign your position. Don't quit. Don't take a leave of absence. Don't go to any kind of rehab. Don't even apologize. If you was accused of murdering somebody, you ain't murdered somebody, you just gonna take the plea? You know what? I'm just gonna do the honorable thing, and I'm just gonna plead guilty to something I didn't do, and I'm just gonna face the music. You're gonna be like, hell? Oh, you're gonna be like, hell no. We're going to trial. We're going to trial. I'm just gonna ride it out, man. I'll leave my fate in the hands of the jury, right? But this is the same thing. You can only really you can cancel yourself out. Really, they really can't cancel you. You just gotta decide if you ain't do it. First of all, why you apologize if you ain't do nothing? Just go about your business. You see, Cuomo doing it. Cuomo's chilling. He needs to be in jail for the nursing home deaths, not for the sexual harassment, whatnot. But yeah, he's not going anywhere. They're gonna have to carry him out of there. He had way too much fun. He was the man of the hour during the pandemic, and they got 10, 12 women accusing him now. It's a lot. But come on, some of them like, what, really? He called you sweetheart? He tucks your hand in a weird way. Huh? I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there. But just keep your eyes open. You're gonna start seeing people start moving funny, doing weird stuff. That's how you know they're being compromised. Somebody's getting to them. Another thing I saw, Stephen A. Smith. I'm shocked and appalled by this one. He's on First Take, begging black people to go out there and get the vaccine. He's pleading for LeBron James to do his part and go out there and what, promote the vaccine and try to get black people to take the vaccine. First of all, First Take is a sports show. What are you doing talking about medicine? I stopped watching that show because of that. They starting to get into stuff that has nothing to do. That's not your platform. If you want to do that on Twitter and Instagram, feel free. I don't follow celebrities on any platform anyway. So feel free to go out there on your platform and your free time and go spit that whatever you want to spit. I'm watching your show for sports. I need to know who dropped 30 and 10 and why they did it. That's all I need to know from you. I don't need to know about Black Lives Matter. I don't need to hear you about social justice reform. You can do it on your own time. Don't do it. This is my time to watch sports. That's all I care about when I'm watching your show. I don't need to hear about medicine. I don't need to hear you talk about a vaccine from a sports show. Why would I get medical advice from a sports opinion show? And then talking about getting LeBron on board. What? LeBron's a basketball player. He dribbles the ball for a living. He's good at it. Yeah, I give him that. He ain't no damn, he's not a doctor. Why would I listen to medical advice from a basketball player? You see Bill Gates, he's getting a lot of flack for that. A lot of flack for people criticizing him for giving out medical advice and he ain't got no doctorate or nothing. So what's LeBron James gonna do? Just pushes people to get the vaccine? Why? That's not his job. I'd be so mad because I hate when they just be assuming that we're stupid or something. Like if I don't want to take the vaccine, it's because I'm being misled. No, you ain't test enough people on the vaccine for me to even want to take it. That's a lot of people's thinking about it. But for some reason, if we ain't taking it, that's because somebody's feeding us bad information, and we need to be reeled back in from leaving a plantation or some shit. Man. Taking the vaccine is a personal choice. It's not something you should be coerced into. I don't even know if I said that right. It came out kind of weird. You shouldn't be manipulated into taking something that you don't want to take, right? If you decide to take it, that's fine. If you don't take it, that's fine too. You shouldn't be made to feel bad about it. You shouldn't be made to feel like you're being misled somehow, like you're not smart enough to research things on your own to figure out what's in it, side effects, how long has it been tested, like things like that, which is, legitimate questions. It takes a very long time to make a virus, right? Long time it takes to make a virus. When you just put one together in a matter of months, don't really do that a lot of testing on it. I'm not just gonna take it. But once again, they think we just, want us to follow the shiny object. And we'll just come following along. But, make that decision for yourself. Don't let nobody tell you to do things if you don't want to do it. It's not about being a go along, get along. This is safety at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear about somebody took it and then they passed away 2 days later after taking it. Even though you'll never hear about it because the media will never tell you about those kind of stories. But I'm very disappointed in Stephen A. Smith for that. He might be compromised because I ain't never heard him do no crazy stuff like this. That was very strange and weird watching that segment for a First Take. I'm like, who the hell is he? Who got to him? Somebody got to him. And I started putting the pieces together like he might have sent the email to somebody years ago that's coming back on him. Either we put the email out or you go out there and say this and read the speech. Do your part. Who knows, man? That's just me, though. But that's all I got for now, man. I hate being woke. That's my burden, not yours. But somebody's got to keep fighting a good fight. All right.